This is West Virginia Morning. I'm Teresa Wills. An invasive spotted insect known for its ability to attract aggressive hornets and wasps has made its way to West Virginia.
So we have seen eggs on rocks. So anything that is on your patio can have eggs.
That story and more coming up this West Virginia Morning. Support for West Virginia Morning is provided by Hope Gas, committed to the growth in West Virginia to strengthen the community. Information at wvisforhope.com. Much of the state was pummeled last night by heavy storms, torrential rains, and high winds. The National Weather Service in Charleston reports the northern and central parts of the state were hit hardest, with between 3.5 inches of rain in Lewis County and as much as 7 inches of rain reported in Upshur County. In Buchanan, Amber Smith Street was quickly overrun with floodwaters.
About 30 minutes after it started raining, we started to get a flow of water down the middle of our road. It was like a river. Vehicles started getting submerged, so most of the people was moving vehicles. Our vehicles were poured up into our yard pretty far. We didn't think they would get touched at all, but they are now about 3 foot underwater. I mean, it was a flash flood, absolutely.
Late Tuesday night, Governor Patrick Morrisey declared a state of emergency for all 55 counties. He said in a release the move would allow state agencies to quickly deploy resources where they were needed to help those affected by floodwaters, high winds, mudslides, and other dangerous conditions. The National Weather Service reports heavy wind damage and significant water pooling and reminds drivers not to proceed on flooded streets. Regional Electric Grid Operator, PJM, recently wrapped up its competitive bidding process for power in 2028, and the PSC is looking into rules for the future. Eric Douglas has more.
Prices in the auction once again hit a cap that was first put in place after Pennsylvania's Governor Josh Shapiro sued PJM for a spike in costs. But the amount of power secured falls short of what could be needed to avoid blackouts in extreme conditions. At the same time, the Public Service Commission of West Virginia on Monday opened a general investigation into rules it is proposing to govern the regulation of electric generating capacity requirements. The legislature passed a bill last year to have the commission evaluate capacity auctions. It said the commission should encourage all electric generators to participate in each capacity auction for the benefit of state ratepayers. The law also asked the PSC to encourage producers to operate at 69% capacity. Many experts say that is not feasible for some facilities. For West Virginia Public Broadcasting, this is Eric Douglas in Charleston.
Thousands of scouts are descending on West Virginia for Scouting America's 2026 National Jamboree. Maria Young reports.
The Scout motto, "Be Prepared," may come in handy for the 3,000 or so volunteers and staff already on site at the Summit Bechtel Reserve in Fayette County, just in time for what's expected to be severe weather with high winds and possible floods. Scott Armstrong with Scouting America says with more than 10,000 scouts heading their way on Wednesday, the 10-day show will go on with the high-energy thrills that West Virginia is known for.
Everything from some of the world's longest zip lines to huge skateboard parks, archery, ATVs, all sorts of science and technology. We're ready for anything that Mother Nature or anybody else wants to bring towards us.
Drivers should expect increased traffic in Glen Jean and the surrounding area through July 31st. For West Virginia Public Broadcasting, I'm Maria Young in Charleston.
This is West Virginia Morning. I'm Teresa Wills. It's 7:54. Areas of fog this morning, partly cloudy skies today, scattered rain and thunderstorms in the south, highs in the 70s and low 80s. Partly cloudy tonight with lows in the 50s. Sunny tomorrow, highs in the 70s and low 80s. There are many insects that threaten West Virginia's agriculture and bother us when we're trying to enjoy time outdoors. But with its distinctive Dalmatian pattern and a splash of red, the spotted lanternfly stands out for its ability to threaten dozens of plants, commercial and domestic. Chris Schulz spoke with WVU Extension entomologist Carlos Quesada to learn more about the insect and how to stop its spread.
So what is a spotted lanternfly?
Spotted lanternfly is an invasive species that was accidentally brought from Asia. They was first detected in Pennsylvania, and then in West Virginia, it was first detected in 2019. Since then, we have detected these insects in 20 different counties in West Virginia. This is an invasive pest. They have a sucking mouth part. So the sucking mouth part, just imagine something like a straw. So they introduce their mouth part into the plant tissue and they suck that fluid in the plants.
What is it about the spotted lanternfly that makes it a pest?
Because it can reduce a plant's health or can, in some cases, kill a plant. So this insect can actually feed in over 70 species of plants, stone fruit trees. Grapes are very susceptible to these insects, but it can also attack or feed on important hardwood trees. Indirectly, this insect also produces honeydew. It's very rich on sugar, and which attract wasps. The honeydew I mentioned that they produce a fungus that is created on top of the leaves. So this stops a little bit photosynthesis from the plants.
What can West Virginians do to help reduce or mitigate this invasion?
One of the most important part to mitigate this invasion is by stopping their spread. I like to give an example of this pest was detected in Pennsylvania, and then it was detected in Indiana, but not in Ohio. Now it's in Ohio, but it was detected first in Indiana because we as a human move it there. If you have a spotted lanternfly in your home and you're planning to move anything from your patio to another state or another county, you should double check that you're not bringing these insects. And when I say that insect, it can be egg, nymph, or adult stage. And that being said, these insects can lay eggs in any flat surface. So anything that is on your patio can have eggs. That is just stopping the spread. Now, if you have them in your garden and you don't like them, you have basically two options. One is non-chemical and chemical. So the non-chemical could be things like just smash them, right? Another non-chemical could be a trap. The chemical options, you can apply an insecticide.
So how would somebody be able to identify a spotted lanternfly, both fully mature and also potentially as a nymph, for example?
So the nymph stage are black with white spots. Just before they become adults, is red and has some white dots. As an adult, they have wings that have black spots, and then they also on the wings they have red, black, and white. It have a good size in an adult, so it's about an inch.
That was Carlos Quesada speaking with Chris Schulz about the invasive spotted lanternfly. To read a longer version of this interview, visit our website at wvpublic.org. West Virginia Morning is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting, which is solely responsible for its content. Maria Young produced today's show. Listen to West Virginia Morning weekdays at 7:49 a.m. on WVPB Radio or subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode. #WV Morning.